Hi, my name's Peter. Here in my greenhouse I grow quite a lot of orchids from Brazil. Among them this spotted cattleya and this spectacular purple miltonia. As wonderful as it is to see these plants here in the greenhouse, it's even better to see them in the wild. So it won't surprise you to hear that some friends and I recently took a couple of trips to the Rio Negro in the Brazilian Amazon to see them there. The trip starts in the city of Manaus, so without further ado, let's get on our way.
Getting to Manaus is pretty simple. You simply fly to the city, which is the white dot at the east end of the black river that you see there, which is, of course, the Rio Negro. Once we're in Manaus, we can go to the dock, and hopefully the Otter, our boat, will be there waiting for us, which it is. So that's great. We get on board, and the Otter takes off, going back about 60 miles upstream in the Rio Negro and enters this inlet where it comes to anchor. And there it is, 10 staterooms, and it's just our group on board. The evening view from the Otter is out across the Rio Negro, which at this stage is in flood stage, which is to say it's about 35 feet deep, and we are floating up in the canopy of the forest, which is precisely where the orchids are. In the morning, there's breakfast, which is always terrific, and then we get into the boats to go find some orchids. Now, at this speed, you can't actually see anything. We're just getting to where we think there might be some orchids to see. Once you slow down and start looking closely, you begin to see things. Unfortunately, the first thing we see, the first orchid we see, is just a bud. But very soon we find plants that are in bloom. For example, this Eriopsis with its beautiful yellow and brown flowers. Alternatively, this Brassia spotted just above the water. Or this Galleandra with the beautiful river in the background. Or maybe it's this Maxillaria, yellow and maroon on a tree trunk. Or also this Sobrellia on a different tree trunk. And this Maxillaria, a white flower with a yellow lip. This is Cattleya violacea, one of the special orchids we came to see. As we were pulling up to this orchid, a very unusual thing happened.
It's a really pretty shape. Yeah.
Just as we were getting ready to take photographs, a bee landed on the lip and entered to retrieve some nectar. It's disappeared inside the flower, and as it's pulling out, you can see the yellow pollen on its back. It takes off and disappears, hopefully to pollinate another Cattleya violacea somewhere. Of course, there's also birds, this beautiful red-headed woodpecker, blue and yellow macaws in flight or perching. Also this cacique, a weaver bird that lives in the communal nests, and this toucan, which was watching us. Of course, there are monkeys. If you have a banana, they will take them from your hands. And if you run out of those bananas, they will come right into the boat. And if you run out of those bananas, then they'll perch on your shoulder and read your text messages. After the monkeys, it's time to swim.
You realize there's a ladder over here you can come up on, right?
And then, of course, comes dinner with 3 different kinds of fish. And finally, the sounds of the night with a beautiful sunset.